Hello everybody and welcome to episode 45 of the Trophy Tour. Today will just be another up-to-date report about how I'm doing heading into the last sort of quarter of the season. It's the 6th of March in game, so we'll have a look at the Bundesliga for you now. We're actually in a very impressive fourth position on 45 points, 4 ahead of Leverkusen and about 8 or 7 ahead of 1860 Munich, so that's absolutely brilliant. Much improved record this season. We're nearly there. We're already past our original point total from last season. We've had a good away and home record, easily the fourth best in both categories, and if you compare it to last season, we scored 47 points, I think. 47 points, so one more win would get us ahead of that result with I think 8 games to go, which is fantastic. And our media prediction is 4th on the dot. Oh no, it's actually 8th or 6th. I can't read that. 6th. So we're 2 places above where we expected to be, so that's fantastic. And let's just take a look at our fixtures, see how we've done. I think the last game I reported on was about here against Hanover or something. I'm not too sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or against Atlas. I think this was it. So we had the winter break friendlies. We had 5 in total, and we won all but one of them, which was unfortunate. But Anderlecht were too good, winning 4-2. They scored twice in the 90th minute at 2-2. So I was very upset about that. So everything was going to plan, and unfortunately we lost again to Hanover. They've beaten me 4 times out of 4, so I was exceptionally disappointed that we didn't create many chances in that game. But this certainly got the players in a brand new lease of life as we won the next couple of games, just like we did earlier in the season. You can see 1 win, 5 wins out of 6 before our most recent defeat. 2-2 against Freiburg should have been avoided under all circumstances. We were in control thanks to Eder scoring twice in the opening minutes, but we let them in with a late equaliser, which is very upsetting. But we did much better against Stuttgart with Jonathan Smeed scoring a brace. We beat 1860 Munich 3-2 in an absolute thriller. It was end-to-end stuff, but Bodo Lang came off the bench to make it 3-1, and they got straight back in the game, but thankfully we held on. Bobby Shoewood from America there getting the nearly equaliser, but wasn't to be. Then a fantastic performance, probably one of the best this season. Wolfsburg 3, Schalke 0. All my key players getting on the score sheet there: Schmid, Avia and Eder. And then it got better against Borussia Mönchengladbach as Eder got his very first hat-trick for the club, and I was absolutely thrilled with that, since he's been generally underwhelming. I've said it a lot of times, but finally Eder is starting to prove his promise. But I had to play a weakened team because the Gladbach game was much more important in my estimation, and it blew up badly as we were beaten 4-1 at home to the relegation candidates Dresden. So I was exceptionally disappointed because we got good players in the backup team anyway, like Vestergaard, Tribal. Eder played this game. He wasn't effective. He had Diaz, Avia, etc., and they just didn't show up. So we have big games against Hertha, Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, Bayern Munich and Dortmund to play. So hopefully we can get back to winning ways soon. And we'll just take a look at the squad for you now. A few injuries to report. We got just this week Remy Leclerc injured, so that's very bad news. Schmelzer was injured, but he started to come back to fitness. Sousa, this is the big news. Sousa injured for 3 months, so the torn hamstring is keeping him out for another 4 to 6 weeks. So that's the end of Sousa's season. He was doing really well just before he got his injury, so I was very upset with that. And for a while, Bodo Lang and Kai Wazanuski were unfit or injured, so we've just gotten a little bit fortunate with injuries, but for the most part, we could be doing better. Selection info, average rating, Jonathan Smeed, obviously he's the best player. Sergio Antonio, they have a free transfer from there earlier this season. He's been brilliant, and he's definitely the future of the club. Ryan Shawcross, he's getting old now, but he doesn't want to give up his spot, and why not? As long as he keeps playing like that, he won't have to. Nahua Navia, I spent good money on him, and he's proving his worth. But Andreas Kraus, is very good as well this season. Henrique, Jonathan Taz there. Eder down there, 6.97. And Niam, Schmelzer, Guilherme, etc. So a few not so good performances. Yeah, Diaz still has work to do, and so on and so forth. In terms of top scorer, Schmid 11 and Eder 10. The rest are either half that or worse, such as Kraus, Avila, Wisniewski, Sousa, and Bodo Lang. And then the most appearances was Jonathan Schmid, then Tribal, Kramer, Shawcross, Antonio, and then the goalkeeper Gershbeck. His position was under threat as Remy Leclerc was unhappy, but his injury means that Gershbeck is the undisputed number one again. So that concludes that. And then the one thing I probably mentioned, why is there a new player in the team that you haven't mentioned? And he's not just any old player, he's a very good player. Zachariah Bakali. You probably know this guy from PSV. He's a big talent for the future. And even though it hasn't quite paid off for him in this universe, I still thought 6 million was a good investment, as Sousa is out injured. So he would have nearly been at PSV for 10 years. He didn't quite make it that far, so I decided to take a punt on him for 6 million. He was transfer listed. He wasn't getting any more games. So even though his attributes, they could be much better, the Moroccan is still a good investment while Sousa's out injured, and maybe I'll have to sell one of the other wingers to make room. So we'll just have to make the best use out of this guy. Make the best use out of him as we can. His value is more than doubled now he's in the Bundesliga, and I think he will relish being in a new environment as time goes on. He's still only 25, so that's really good. And that's pretty much all I need to say about the episode, guys. Yeah, we still have a bit of money lying around. I don't think there's anything else to mention, is there? No. Champions League, maybe. Yeah, there. Look at all the results for you there. Bayern Munich through there. And yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll speak again very soon. Bye now.